Lots of new DC Multiverse news to share with you today. NECA teases upcoming female figures. Super7 teases Godzilla Ultimates. The Marvel Legends Disney Plus Hawkeye figures go up for pre-order, and a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of TNInews. Of course, I'm JC, and let's get right into it. And let's start off with some news on the Marvel front. So I told you this was coming on Monday, but yesterday going up for pre-order were the Hawkeye and Kate Bishop figures, the Marvel Legend figures that Hasbro had shown off several weeks ago. These are part of the next Disney Plus wave, which of course in the last live stream Hasbro revealed the Build-A-Figure for that wave was going to be Ultron from the What If animated series. So this is a case where I guess as each show debuts, they are going to reveal new figures from the wave. So, you know, it may be a while before the entire wave is revealed. Now, I will tell you that there are 7 figures in this wave. I believe, based on information I've seen, not confirmed by Hasbro, but one of the figures in the wave will be a Moon Knight figure. I'm not sure which version. And then also a Miss Marvel figure. Now, the release date on the Hawkeye and the Kate Bishop figure, it's one of those where it's not until basically a year from now. And I don't know how accurate that really is. Initial indications were that this wave was going to be out by late summer. So, you know, maybe the delays have pushed it. I don't know. But in regards to what other figures will be in the wave, again, we've got the 2 official reveals plus the Build-A-Figure, and then I'm pretty sure one will be Moon Knight and the other will be Miss Marvel, but that still leaves 3 other figures. Now, the next Disney Plus series after Moon Knight premieres on March 30th, so the end of this month. And then the next series to premiere on Disney Plus should be the Miss Marvel series, which we don't have an exact date on when that's going to premiere, but it is looking like that is going to be in the summertime. And then the next show after that is She-Hulk, which likely will premiere sometime during the holiday season, so towards the end of the year. So I don't know if this wave will encompass, obviously, again, based on what I've seen, at least Miss Marvel will be in the wave, but I don't know if we'll get a She-Hulk figure in this wave. Because like I said, at least originally this wave was going to be out in the summertime. And I don't know how the shuffling of release dates for the shows, the movies, and all that is affecting things. So I really don't know what the other figures will be. You know, they obviously will be Disney Plus based, but whether they'll be on shows, that older shows, like maybe some more What If figures, that's certainly possible. You know, who knows, maybe even something from Loki or Hawkeye. There should be a Hawkeye 2-pack coming as well, which Hasbro has not yet announced. But I had seen indications for some type of Hawkeye 2-pack. I don't know what figures will be in that 2-pack, but Disney Plus based, I believe. And so we'll have to wait and see what that is as well. I'm a little surprised they had, since, obviously the Hawkeye series has come and gone. I'm really surprised that they haven't actually shown us those figures yet. But as I said, I have seen indications of that, though, of course, not officially confirmed by Hasbro. Now, one other quick thing on the Marvel front, and this isn't really toy related, but I just wanted to share these images that were released by Marvel Comics today. It's for a new The Defenders comic book series that's coming this year. There's supposed to be more details coming tomorrow, but today they released these images of the Beyonder, who apparently is going to be making an appearance in this new comic book series. So the Beyonder, I'm sure most of you longtime comic book readers at least are familiar with. You know, it was from the Secret Wars storylines. You know, a pretty powerful being. Reappeared after Secret Wars 2, made an appearance in the Fantastic Four comics, where they kind of labeled it Secret Wars 3. And if I recall correctly, I thought they killed him off, but nobody ever stays dead in the Marvel Universe. But looks like the Beyonder is making a return and has a little bit updated look with this new kind of armor. And, it just made me think, I occasionally hear you guys say you would like to see a Beyonder Marvel Legends figure. So down in the comments section below, just, let me know, do you think this would make a cool Marvel Legends figure? Would you like to see a Beyonder? Do you even know who the Beyonder is? As I said, let me know down in the comments section below. Now for Star Wars, I don't have any toy news for you on that front today, but I did want to just let you know, in case you missed it, that the new teaser trailer for the upcoming Disney Plus Obi-Wan Kenobi series dropped today. And overall, I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. Looks like some characters from the Rebels series will be making an appearance with the Inquisitors. The show is said to be taking place 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. Luke is a boy at this point. Obi-Wan, looks like a lot of the focus is going to be on, the Inquisitors trying to hunt down the remaining Jedi, which of course I'm sure also includes Obi-Wan Kenobi. We know Hayden Christensen will be making an appearance in this series as Darth Vader, though we don't know quite how he will be making the appearance. But overall, this trailer definitely looks pretty cool to me, and I'm looking forward to the series. And the first episode of that one is expected to premiere on Disney Plus starting on May 25th. Okay, now let's jump over to some news on the NECA toy front, and this is an update to a story I talked about on Monday. It's in regards to that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series Turtle 4-pack that images had surfaced online and I told you about on Monday. But what I didn't have for you on Monday was the DPCI number or the price for this set. So I did some digging in the Target system, and it looks like that this set is going to cost you $150, which comes out to about $37 a turtle. So the price is definitely a little bit higher on this one than what we've seen previously, but honestly, with all the price increases, that's not too surprising to me. And then the DPCI number you can see here in this image. You can see the set is using a code name in the system right now, but that should be the DPCI number and the price, and I'll have that DPCI number down in the video description as well. And there have been some reports, as I mentioned on Monday, that this set has already been found at some Target stores. This is likely going to be one of those Target Haul-A-Thon items that are released, which is, according to NECA, will officially begin on March 18th. So every Friday they'll show off something new, and then it'll be made available. For those in the US, it'll be on Target.com. And then for those outside the US, there is the Haul-A-Thon website that you can go to be able to buy these things. Now, how these reveals and online and, when they're made available online line up with how they're actually released at physical Target stores, well, as we can see already, it doesn't look like it's lining up too well. This 4-pack has been found. Also, that glow-in-the-dark Muckman figure, I've seen, it looks like some people have been finding that as well. So, I expect that, you can start looking for these at physical stores, from now through the month. So, again, as far as online, I think they'll line up on the Fridays starting on March 18th, but then physical store wise, I think it's just kind of whenever they get put out on shelves. And then besides Turtles, there's also showing up at Target stores now that Back to the Future 2 Griff Tannen figure. So this one will be available everywhere. This is not a Target store exclusive. However, right now it looks like Target is the only place you can get it. I don't know if this is going to be another Haul-A-Thon item and then later on it'll be released everywhere. NECA has released some teaser images for this one, but hasn't given us the full details. But again, this figure has started showing up at Target stores and is in the Target system now. So again, I will have the DPCI number for you in the video description below. This one's going to cost you about $33. And he comes with his bat and his pit bull hoverboard and 2 different head sculpts. So if you're into Back to the Future, if you've been collecting the Back to the Future figures from NECA and like Griff from the second movie, this is one you'll probably want to check out. And just a reminder, I talked about this again on Monday, but that NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Animated Series Deluxe Usagi Jumbo figure, as well as the Neutrino 3-pack, went up for pre-order on NECA's web store site yesterday and is still available. You have until March 17th to get your hands if you want to pre-order it. Make sure you get it. These will be released at physical Target stores at a later date. They haven't said exactly when these will start showing up at Target stores, but if you want to secure it, especially like that Usagi, which I think will probably be one of the more popular recent turtle figure offerings. I pre-ordered mine yesterday. It is up on the Target website or on the NECA store website. And the prices again on these for the Usagi is $35. And then for the Neutrino 3-pack, that one is $75. And then finally for NECA Toys, yesterday it was International Women's Day. And for that, they showed off these teaser images for upcoming female figures. Now the images are blacked out, so as to exactly what these figures are, we can only guess. But best guesses seem to be this first one, I believe, is going to be from Gargoyles. The Elsa Maza figure, I think is how you say her name. So one of the human type characters is looking like, I think, is going to get the figure treatment. Again, not 100%, but best guess is that is a Gargoyles figure. Then this second one is probably the April Neil Bride of Frankenstein, part of that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mashup line with Universal Monsters. I suppose it's possible it could just be the Universal Monsters Bride of Frankenstein figure, but I'm guessing this is likely the April Neil version. Now, this next image is the most confusing. My best guess is it's a character from the Conjuring movies, which I'm not really familiar with, but looks like she's wearing some type of wedding dress, and then she's holding in her hands, I don't know if those are heads or masks or what, but some people also guess maybe Carrie, but I'm leaning more towards this being that character from the Conjuring. The La Llorona, or how, I'm not sure how you say it, but she's kind of she wears a raggedy wedding dress and such, and so I feel like that's what this one is teasing. And then the final one is not blacked out, but it's Greta from the Gremlins in her wedding dress. So that's the fourth one. So again, not confirmed. None of these are confirmed, but I'm pretty confident on most of them, except for maybe that Conjuring one. That's what these are teasing. Going up for pre-order yesterday from Super7 was that Mandora and her electric charger bike I told you about. This has been deemed Wave 5.5. So originally I believe these were going to be released in Wave 5, but got delayed, but now are available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So they are being sold separately. Mandora is $55 like most Ultimates, and then the bike itself is $150. So definitely a little pricey there, but it is, essentially a 7-inch scale bike. And, I had talked about how maybe I thought the figure was delayed because they were having problems getting Warner Brothers to approve her blaster-like weapon. And the figure itself doesn't come with that. It comes with the boomerang. But you can see with the bike, you actually get that weapon. I don't know if that was a workaround or if that was, why the figure was delayed. I really don't know. But, if you want all of her weapons, then you will have to get the bike. But, even though it's a little expensive, if you're a fan of the character, I definitely think it's worth checking out. Super7 also today dropped this image. I believe here they are teasing upcoming Godzilla Ultimates figures. We know they're going to do Godzilla Ultimates because they told us as such last year when they announced that they had gotten the Godzilla license. So they said the Godzilla Ultimates would be coming in 2022. And while they only said coming soon with the image, I'm guessing the first wave of Godzilla figures will likely go up for pre-order, probably within the week, maybe sometime early next week. Is when I'm kind of thinking these will go up for pre-order. So when more details become available on these, I'll be sure to pass them on to you guys. For you Mortal Kombat fans, Storm Collectibles has released official images and details for their 1/6 scale Scorpion figure. So I believe I mentioned in one of the previous news videos how Storm Collectibles had shown off, announced that they were going to start doing 1/6 scale or 12-inch Mortal Kombat figures, and the first two that they are doing is Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So it looks like Scorpion will be the first of the two figures to go up for pre-order. We got the official images and details on it now. The figure is going to include 4 pairs of hands, 2 swords, the sheath for his sword, and then a Hellfire effect piece. So, and then you get some soft goods materials with these, again with a larger scale, a little more detail and such. Now this figure has not yet gone up for pre-order on sites like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I believe they will soon. I believe Storm Collectibles has these up for direct purchase on their own website, but eventually I do believe these will be carried at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. This next figure is from a company called FuRay Planet. I'm not really familiar with them, but this looks like a pretty cool figure. It is a 112 or 6-inch sized figure. So, this is, it's, my first glance was, oh, Killer Croc, and then when I looked at it more, I was actually thinking more maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Leatherhead. Now, of course, it's technically not either one. The figure is called Wilderness Hunter Crocker. So, but I feel like if you want to use this for like a Killer Croc figure with maybe DC Multiverse, though I guess maybe it might be a little small for 7-inch scale figures, being that Croc should be bigger than most 7-inch figures. But also, Leatherhead from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the figure is nicely detailed. You get multiple pairs of hands. He comes with a cowboy hat. He comes with a waistcoat, a rifle, a holster with belt, a dagger, 2 handcuffs, and he comes with a mini comic. So this figure is available for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So I don't know how you want to classify it, but definitely if you like alligator type characters, this one seems pretty cool and might be worth checking out. Okay, and then finally for today, we're going to talk McFarlane Toys and DC Multiverse. So first of all, I have a new rumor report to share with you, new listings that have popped up online. So a big thanks to J.I. Juntak for these listings. However, I will say that I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago during one of my live streams, one of you actually had mentioned at least one of these listings. So I'm not sure how long these listings have been out there, but again, these look like come from overseas distributors, which generally end up being accurate. I have not independently confirmed these, but being that generally these turn out to be accurate and there seems to be more than one indication of these, I feel like pretty confident, at least confident enough to go on and share this list with you. So not officially confirmed by McFarlane at this time, so do treat it as rumor. But based on this listing, it looks like we are going to be getting a comic book Parallax Hal Jordan, when he turned evil, a Lex Luthor Superman, and then interestingly enough, a Batmobile from Hush, the Hush storyline. So we got our first look at the upcoming Hush DC Multiverse figure, which I'll get into in just a minute. But looks like there's going to be maybe the Batmobile from that story coming in 7-inch scale. So also on top of that, one of Harley Quinn's hyenas, George, is getting its own figure treatment. So this will probably be like a mega fig or something. Then Lobo's Space Hog is also being listed here. So, quite a few vehicles and such, larger size items. We also see a listing, and this is what somebody had mentioned in the live stream, the Batmobile, Michael Keaton's Batmobile, but from the Flash movie. So we haven't really gotten a good look at that, but I assume it's the same one that was in the original movies or pretty close. So, and by the way, the Flash movie has now been delayed. The movie has been delayed until summer of 2023, so I don't know how that'll affect any toys based on that. But just know that just today they announced, Warner Brothers announced the shifting of several DC movies. So on top of that, we've got the Bat Cycle from the Flash movie that I guess is written by the Ben Affleck version of Batman. And then from Teen Titans, I believe based on the animated series, we're getting a negative version of Cyborg, which is probably a variant of the Cyborg we already got. And then also Beast Boy has been listed. I believe, again, that's going to be based on the animated series. And then on top of those DC Page Punchers, the 3 3/4-inch ones that McFarlane showed off the other weekend during their Toy Fair reveals, there apparently is going to be some type of 7-inch version as well, figures with comics. Now, I'm going to assume that these are regular DC Multiverse figures, that they aren't going to be like limited articulated figures that are in 7-inch scale. I hope not, at least. But it sounds like maybe they're going to start packing some DC Multiverse or some type of 7-inch DC figure in with comic books. And the ones listed for the 7-inch are Superman, Constantine, and Black Adam. So we'll have to wait and until more details become available to know exactly what those are. But again, I hope that they're just like normal DC Multiverse figures, 7-inch Multiverse figures packed with comics, and not like minimum articulated figures like they're doing with the 3 3/4-inch ones. Okay, and then also from McFarlane today, going up for pre-order were the CW Season 7 Flash figure and then the DC Rebirth Godspeed figures. So we had seen some preview images for both of these a couple of weeks ago, but they are now available for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And with that, we have the full official images for these figures. I gotta say, overall, both of these figures actually look pretty good. The Godspeed figure actually is looking a lot cooler than I would have originally thought, so I might end up getting that one. I don't know about the Flash, just because I don't really know how many of the CW figures we're going to get. I really wasn't impressed with their Arrow figure, which is the only other CW figure they've done to date. The Flash figure doesn't look too bad to me. The head sculpt actually looks pretty good. But, you know, I already have the DC collectible ones that I'm pretty happy with. And, you know, we might get a variant of the season 8, which I think has the gold boots. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't end up re-releasing this figure with the gold boots at some point. Because I think that's really the only difference between season 7 and season 8 is he got the gold boots. But those two figures, again, are available for pre-order now. And then also we got a preview image, as I mentioned before, of the Hush figure. So we had seen listings for this, and in fact, there's going to be a single release of Hush, and then there's going to be a 2-pack version of Hush with Batman. I don't know if there'll be a difference between the two Hush figures, or if it'll just be the same figure, you know, offered, you know, 2 different ways. And I don't know exactly if this is supposed to be the single version or the 2-pack version. I'm guessing probably if there is any differences between the two, then I'm guessing this is probably the single release version. But I also have my suspicions that it'll be pretty much the exact same figure between the two. Now you can see he doesn't come with guns. He comes with knives, which, you know, is to be expected with the Warner Brothers directive that they're not allowed to include guns with any of the Warner Brothers based figures. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the 2-pack with Batman, because I'd definitely be interested to see, you know, these are kind of Jim Lee inspired, so I'd be interested to see what the Batman figure looks like. But Hush here is our first look, and overall I would say looks pretty good. And I don't have an exact time on when this is going to go up for pre-order, but probably fairly soon. I don't know if it'll be this week, maybe next week, you know, 2 weeks at the most, I would say. But, you know, according to McFarlane, just coming soon. And as I said, you know, based on the rumors, there is a 2-pack with Batman and Hush, and then there's also going to be the Batomobile. So looks like we're going to be getting, McFarlane might be delving pretty deep into the Hush storyline, which I definitely think would be cool. Now, if he would just do Nightfall stuff, you know, Azrael from Nightfall, you know, I would be pretty happy. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comment section below. Like this video if you're so inclined, and if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. You should also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.